Go again. What were the dates that he first started it? Like he first opened this to
Easter 2005. It was all
Easter
open.
2005.
Yep.
And what about the actual act of collecting the items themselves? He obviously didn't get them all instantly, did he?
How's it work? About 50% of it is family originals. About 25% of it's what he's gone and bought, and I think about 25% of it's been donated, sort of thing.
Gotcha.
But a lot of these smalls, I think, it wasn't until he got serious about it that he started collecting in latter years. But he was always keen on the farm machinery side of things,
Right.
the tractors and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, can't wait to film that. They've got some great stuff out there.
But yeah, he sort of, once he realised, I think he realised time was going to beat him. So when he started this, he just concentrated on this to set this up.
He achieved that goal. That's all.
Yeah, very much so.
When we got this phone, it was minus this bit on here and
The mouthpiece.
yeah, that bit and something else down here. Anyway, we had a bloke come in and we were telling him, and he said, I'm ex-PMG, I can get that for you, so he sent it over from Adelaide.
Right. That's great. It's like it's a matter of the right people just happening to be coming by and regulars say, hang on, I can solve your problem with that.
Yeah,
And that's fantastic. So that bit there has come from a bloke from Adelaide. Oh, full set. It's all there. Yeah, it's a bit glary, you see.
That one is a lamp and a heater.
The top one?
Yeah, this one on this end.
Yeah, reflects the heat off that bowl.
A lot of this silverware and stuff belonged to family. A lot of this stuff is wedding presents.
Out of interest, these so-called looking rolling pin things here,
Yep.
they were actually when you came out from England as a first-class passenger, they were full of tea leaves.
Right.
So so your name got put on them, the boat's names on them, and all the rest of it. So
It's like a souvenir sort of thing for the trip or something? Like
partly as also because you're a first-class passenger, and tea was very expensive those days too.
yeah, fair call.
So that was quite a.
Yeah, it's quite honoured to have that.
So that,
memorable.
we're talking 1854.
That's the name, James and Jane Ewan, 1854. So one each, obviously, for the two, for the pair, obviously, how they got together. But that wasn't the other day, was it? Magnificent. What are these down here, these wooden boards?
They're trouser presses.
Trouser presses. Wow.
Instead of putting it under your mattress.
Yep.
The average working bloke in those old days, they might have been not dozing, but not cutting down trees and things.
Yep.
But if they went out, they had a good change of clothes.
Again, times have changed. Like the height of elegance was you had your cup of tea with your cake and your cigarette holder.
That was part of it. Yeah, okay, it was part of the scene, wasn't it? It was just accepted.
Yeah, tea and cake,
yeah,
and
no,
put
yeah.
the cigarette right next to your piece of cake.
So like, yeah, we are rolling into the cake, do you? So you've sort of accommodated for that. That's classic.
And then like of tea and cake, there's moustache teacups. Have you ever heard of them?
Oh, because if you had a moustache, you've got the beard there.
There's 3 here.
Oh, fantastic! Look at that. How come they don't do these now? What's right with you? You come up with a good idea. Why would you just like flag it off? Obviously, that's an ashtray.
Yeah, I mean, obviously our legs buddy rock.
Oh, the dog on it, chickens. I've seen that before.
That was the other thing. You haven't got time for it.
Half a cup from. Yeah, we don't want to get too full on it. Don't get too caffeined up. Half a cup of coffee.
Short on time.
Yeah, exactly. It'll beat the traffic. You know, someone put some time into that.
That was all handmade.
I can tell.
Yeah,
like it's quite unique.
Plaster of Paris. What is it?
Plaster of Paris? Yeah. That's all.
Plaster of Paris and fiberglass. Been told by some people that are into the animals and stuff that it's very very correct, all the horse shapes and
yeah, in terms of their attitude and their personality and
their muscle
toning
and stuff. Yeah,
the details accurate to the actual animal. That is fantastic.
Probably a little bit dusty, but
I don't mind that actually.
It got put up there out of the way of small fingers.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too easy to mess with, isn't it? Yeah, all the kids want to all play with that whip and then.
Our attitude to risk and, you know, nowadays, I mean, you've got those 2 little steam engines and they were kids' toys.
Yeah.
So you gave them something like that with fuel and matches and go, here,
And just show them how it's done, yeah.
have a crack at this and build up a bit of compression and blow yourself up and burn yourself.
Someone's lost their marbles.
Whereas nowadays, no way in the world would you give a bloody small child.
Yeah, because that's part of those little Technic sort of sets, the ones that bolt together and stuff. Yeah, it was a Meccano, that's the one.
Yeah.
But of course, they wouldn't now dare put like fuel lighted type items on these days.
These actually work. So you
Gotcha.
you drag out the backside here.
Yep.
You pull the little pan out, put the alcohol in or whatever it is.
Didn't they come in a little
spirits.
cube? Like there was a little brick or something used to
sure.
I think it was we used to put a little white brick in there and you burn that.
Well, it's,
And you slide that in and that did the trick.
Is you actually put liquid in there.
They should put the kettle in or something like
Possibly.
yeah.
And then you
Diesel maybe. Look at that age of that
It's
logo.
probably that era. It's probably just white spirits. The same thing you put in some of your, your lanterns or your bloody other.
Yeah, same one, same burn. Want to burn clean. There you go, that's magic.
But yeah, we never have only, well, you always used to think you should record the old man and everything. Never ever got around to it. But nowadays I used to think, should have actually got in here whilst he's doing tours and stuff.
Yeah, just in the background. Just stand back, just keep out of it, like a fly on the wall.
He's getting his voice and his story, and you did half a dozen of them, and then because sometimes a lot of us are the same, but with different people you've got different questions and.
That's right.
Because I mean, his knowledge and stuff, and then you don't have it recorded. But of course, we never did it. So.
I said just too busy those days.
Oh, various reasons and that sort of stuff. It just didn't happen.
That's what I thought.
Last year, 2020. 2021. Kilgarran had a centenary. So they got a filmmaker in to buddy come up and interview a lot of people and do a lot of footage over that. Came up here multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah.
And took footage of a lot of stuff. Of both seeding and harvesting and making hay and just everything, and then interviewed all sorts of people.
Just what life is like out here, just giving it the general overall.
A lot of the retirees, retirees, a lot of the older blokes to tell their story. He sat down with some of the guys that were the older guys in the district that could talk about, they were only kids back in when we, like Baldy was, we didn't come in, no one came here. The first lot of group of people were here in 1921 was the first guys came out here. Well, someone come in to do it with the old man years ago, but someone's come in and done it with me and taken a bit of footage for some show.
To promote the show or to promote?
Well, yeah, it was just it was like a lot of these travel shows and that sort of stuff, or WA TV show sort of thing, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
There's some radio artist. What do you call him? A disc jockey type bloke.
Yeah, got your DJ. Yeah.
Blackburn or Blackmore or whatever. He came in. He was doing a black dog ride thing around the state, raising awareness on bloody men's mental health or something.
Oh, okay.
They came in here and did a bit of a thing in here and all that sort of stuff.
And continued on through.
Yeah. Do you want this?
Yeah, less glary. One of my subscribers would be fascinated by this. He collects gemstones. He's just a gemstone hunter.
So the other thing, where you've just come from, well, do you know about, what's the name? Tektites?
I'm not a geologist, but...
Tektite, well, see out where you've just come from, through Forrestonia and all that, out through the north.
Yeah, or do your Dundas region. Yep.
Yeah, that's where they were found. Well, one of them was found on a farm.
Yep.
But a tektite is when a meteorite hits the Earth,
Yep.
all the actual Earth product, when the meteorite hits, because such intensity of heat and all the rest of it.
The huge impact, yeah.
All the stuff, that is sprayed. So that is what a tektite is, as opposed to a piece of meteorite, which is the bit that comes from
The actual comes from space, gotcha, rather than just the effect of that.
So the tektite field that's out east here, through Forrestonia, Norseman and that, there's a big field out there. They don't actually know where the meteorite impact was, but there's places around the world. They deem to think it possibly was up around Indonesia, somewhere up through there.
And it just spat bits around the place.
Yeah, and it's the field is all the way down here. That's been, so you just think something, but it's like Wolf Creek Crater and all those got Halls Creek, Wolf Creek, isn't it? Wolf Creek, Halls Creek.
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek up at Halls Creek.
Yeah.
One.
You can talk, we don't need the audio for this. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. I'm good, very well, thank you.
This is
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay.
Nice to meet you, just documenting it.
You came here and did this before.
No, I came and dropped off a note to ask for permission
I know.
for it before, but I haven't done it before. No, I came and donated some stuff.
Had somebody come here and do something like
Your husband.
Blackburn or that dog buddy.
We're supposed to go on TV
Well, that's
or
too
something,
well, it
wasn't
did.
it?
At least you guys have got plenty of time.
To do this, you mean?
It was a week joke, so Thursdays is not my comedy day. I'm better on a Saturday.
I'm here all week.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, the price is the same, but you get the better jokes on the Saturday, that's
They're
all.
all the wind-up ones.
A whole lot, isn't it? None of them battery at all?
I don't think so.
No.
It doesn't look like it, actually. Come to think, unless there's one at the
None of
end
them
here.
have got a battery.
They're all wind up. The whole thing.
No, this is battery.
Probably be the only one. We can see all the rest of
A
it.
couple of these
I
end
don't
ones.
know about the ones on the end, but all those.
Yeah,
up
all
top.
those ones up there.
One of those travelling clocks up there was mine, and I toured the state with it on the relief staff of the bank.
Was it reliable the whole time?
Yep.
Beautiful. I like that one. I like tall ships though, so I'm biased.
There is
Could never go on one.
Have you ever seen that tin collection up at Northampton, Geraldton Way? Or?
No, I haven't been up that far north actually to see that one. No, someone's got a just dedicated tin collection.
Yeah, well, they started, but I
Just,
think.
it's on the north of Geraldton.
But I mean, they had over 10,500 tins.
Wow.
An elderly couple, I think by now she would have lost her marbles. She was in the stages of losing it,
Hmm.
last time I heard. And they were trying to work out what they were going to do with it. But they started collecting or something, ended up with like 10,500 tins.
We went
Shivers.
there on one trip when we went up north.
I had one of those as a kid.
Yeah.
Remember that?
They were all a bit different. Some of them they had a key for, some of them they had the thing in the bottom, and some you.
You had to cut it. How do you get it? The tin opener. That's fantastic. I know that. That's great.
But interesting one up here, I don't know if you're into your football. Peter's Ice Cream. They must have had a whole series of ones. It's got Swan District's colours.
Yeah.
But they must have had a whole series.
Half gallon.
Whether you come around the other side or something with that glare on it.
There's the shadow. It's enough. I only need 2 seconds. But it's got the football specials. It didn't have like players' names on it. Just
No,
but they just probably would have changed the
I
tin.
don't know actually because there is
Off of for each team. But
on the
obviously.
lids.
I would have thought there would have been, but
I
that
think
was
there's
the only
players.
one.
There is pictures on the side.
Yeah, there is. There you can see that.
But I saw it there one day and I thought, thank Christ I went and didn't realise what it was because then it would have been.
Well, he did.
Well,
He knew what it was.
I've got to have a full set of them.
That's why he bought it.
Yeah, there's not. Don't need to look at that.
Chair wheels. It's after that. At one stage, those things had wheels in it for a chair. But so that looks like it was the Magpies.
Swan Districts.
Swan District, sorry, is it? Oh, Magpies Eastern States, isn't it? So
Swan Districts. Swans.
you have one for each of the colours of the team. Yeah, they might have done. I said to have a full set. That'd be.
I'd have thrown it out if it had been Collingwood. God.
Half-gallon strawberry vanilla.
Thank you for that. Shearers, that's fantastic. The place I was looked after in Norseman, he had a pair of those and they're really, really rusty. Well, those ones are as good as actually in good nick.
So the only that everything's been cleaned up, you especially see with the tools over there. A lot of
Yeah,
the
it's
stuff
been,
as
been
well.
restored. Yeah, like
There's,
that's all been painted and everything. Like.
Yeah, a lot of it was all cleaned up with acid treatment,
Gotcha.
and then he's some of the stuff he's painted, and other stuff he's coated with a bit of varnish type thing, clear lacquer.
Yeah.
And others, a lot of stuff he's just sprayed with a lanolin oil spray, which would be something like this. So it's not so that's just straight treated. You can feel there's an oily
Feel to it. Yeah.
feel to it.
So it doesn't
And,
gather any
yeah,
rust.
it doesn't, and that's it.
Doesn't
He's
rust.
acid bath treated it
Yeah.
to get all the rust off it. And yeah, then just
So at one stage it would have been one of those rusty, found in the
Would have
dirt
just been
type.
rusty.
like the-
Yeah.
What's this?
Well, that's just the cabinet.
Just a cabinet? Okay, I thought maybe it might have been something more amazing.
Well, depends what you call it.
Wow, that is amazing.
They're right.
Holy moly.
Pianolas. That's what this is, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it plays the piano itself. Does the keys move and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This one doesn't play. Well, I pedal. It's not electric.
Okay, yeah, you power. Okay, gotcha.
So. But yeah, some are electric where you just turn it on. It's got a pump that does everything. Whereas this one I generate the pump. But yeah, your keys all move. This was bought for the old man when he was 4. The old man and his sister. So this would have been bought in 1938.
Gotcha.
Now, whether it was new, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's when he
he
got
was
it.
4 when they bought it. And so he got the farm and his sister got this.
And his sister got the better deal. He got a whole lot of work to do.
Ooh, going backwards.
Oh, it's got a forward reverse switch.
Yeah, well, you play it. And
I could rewind it back again
Yeah, like
to play it again. It's only one directional. That makes sense.
Can't remember which one which. There we go.
Let's go down.
So you can change the speed depending if it's a waltz.
Is that what that is? I saw that needle there. I thought
Yeah.
that's your speed there.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So on your box, you'll have a look.
I'll tell you what speed
No,
it
not
is.
on the box. On the roll. A lot of the time, you'll have a tempo speed written on it. A lot of them it's written here.
Oh, well, don't unroll it anymore. Leave it.
No,
No,
that's
it's
it,
no,
it
that's,
starts
yeah, gotcha.
But you can still buy those brand new.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a lot of your modern music.
Really? You can still get them on that?
Yeah, out of the
Wow.
States and stuff.
I suppose, yeah, in America you get everything, can't you?
But,
they'll-
so anything, it's not all...
Someone down in Louisiana, someone will do it. That is really cool. That is so awesome.
You
Yeah.
get to a point where there's a lot of holes and it's using a lot of air and you feel a lot of resistance on here, then all of a sudden the resistance goes away. You've got to start pumping quicker because it's...
To get the speed
basically
up,
it works on a vacuum, I think.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, so what happens is the paper closes all behind here, that on that brass, on that plate.
Yep.
There's all these there's little holes that like the paper lines up with.
Yep.
So as the paper goes across it, it
opens up
a
the hole. Yep.
which sucks air through,
Yep.
which then in turn operates the. So like a normal piano, but it's all this section here. There's bellows there.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
So
Outstanding.
yeah, I don't know.
Genius.
Yeah.
New York. Wow. Thank you for showing us that.
It's an Eddiola pianola apparently. Well, it's a pianola, but Eddiola is the brand.
I would like to present to you out there. That's no ordinary box of matches. You'll find that the casing's made of timber, not cardboard.
Okay.
It's never been struck on the side panels. Even though it's a box of 50, there's 48 in there. I don't know what happened to the other two, but I know they've never been struck. The old man I got this off here since passed away. I got that off probably back in 2008 or 2010, I can't remember. But yeah, these ones are designed to be able to be lit when it's wet. So if you're out golfing and it's raining,
Yeah.
they should still light. It's a couple. I think it's a little bit of damage. That's all. But other than that, it's pretty much it's intact. Like I said, but it's never been struck. Even though it's of age, it's never been used. But as I said, unfortunately, 2 matches missing.
Maybe they weren't in there.
It's only 40. I'm pretty sure it's a box of 50 though. But,
Whether it was accurate.
Oh, that's true. They're dead right. But mess along the way, someone decided to slip one match. But notice they got a green head.
Yeah, no, I've seen
They're
those ones
different.
before.
Yeah, because that's why they'll light in the wet weather. Apparently, I've never tested it though. I've always just hung on to
They're
it.
called what? Green.
Green lights, because
Green lights. Yeah.
but yeah, no, I've seen these ones before. As in,
Yeah.
there's not one up here, or
Not that I saw, but I didn't touch anything, so I don't know. But whether there's some of the cardboard, but some of them might be the old timber sort.
he's empty. No, there we go. Yeah. Here's one.
Okay, there you go.
I just got them in. So
But see, just like there you go. Well, you can make up an even 50 now.
50.
So if you want to feel like a full pack of 50, you've now got it.
Yeah,
Put the two together.
you're right. That's
Because you're missing them. But that's been struck though, hasn't it? You can see it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been struck.
Yeah.
But that I'm
But
quite
see,
certain.
that's-
It's
yeah, this one says 4 fishermen, and that one's got 4 golfers.
See, there's a little difference. That looks like there's a set
see,
then.
it's
Yeah.
got 4 golfers and 4 fishermen because the 2 images.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, green lights. Oh, so going fishing, going golfing, that sort of. It's the whole idea is if you're out in recreation, take the green ones. I mean, I don't think they make those things like that now, do they? You just get the regular box of matches and that's it. If it's raining, too bad. Metal case.
They're waterproof. Commonwealth Matchworks Pirates Limited waterproof.
So you have your flint in that other section. Because they're very short, aren't they? And purple in colour.
Yeah, well, they're still like that waxy. Got that wax. Yeah, that green with the the wax.
It's just the wax on that stops it from getting. Yeah, you got to really scrape it hard to just get past the wax and then light it. Fascinating.
There's the flint there. I would say.
Oh, okay. Yes, got you. So that never wear out. Noddy. Did only just saw that.
No.
What's that?
Lime
Noddy.
flavoured for what? Icebox.
Are they? What?
That's
what
yeah, icebox. You're right.
by white
I'm
wings.
thinking jelly, but
Dr. Mackenzie's baking powder.
Is this another one of those political incorrect things where you're not allowed to say that word anymore?
No.
You're not allowed
so
to.
this used to be up and only until about 12, 18 months ago. It used to be on the counter
At the
right
club.
next to the club.
Why not?
And then a few people started going, "Oh, you can't have that there." You go, "Well, people drop money." The idea of having a till,
Yeah.
you get charged, you drop it in.
Yeah, it's fun to go watch it go down. I love them things as a kid.
But of course,
Yeah.
the spastic centre, all those sort of. But they used to take money out of it. Any money that got out of it used to go to the flying doctors.
Yeah, mate, yeah, fair enough.
That's
Fair enough.
But that's the thing, it's like. Yeah. So unfortunately, someone said, "Well, you guys said to me one night in the club, you might as well take it down there because." At least it'll.
Being in a museum, you can't get all politically correct about things. It's like
So you
it's
look at-
this different area.
These irons here, I had a bloke come out of the UK called in here one day. He was chasing these pressure irons.
We wanted to buy them, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the one in the back's charcoal.
Gotcha.
And then you've got these ones over here, which are you go on your stove tops. Then you get these ones, which are pressure irons, which take a. Well, I don't know what actually was the fluid. It was a special white spirit, or was it just Kero?
Did it.
What was that view?
Then you got
I
this-
think
It's in
Kero.
here, it's in here. wasn't
But then this one is actually LPG.
Oh.
So basically, you could plumb it up to you, cook your barbecue, and then plumb the gas bottle up to, or do the ironing, and then put the
Then
the
go
bottle,
and have a
the
barbecue at the
bottle on
same
the
time.
barbecue, and then.
it? Well, Tiz gave us that one. I'm damned if I'd ever use it. But they're so heavy.
Hey, look it does look
Let
it.
alone have it being.
You don't
hooked
drop
up
that
to a
on your
gas
foot.
bottle.
But I mean, that was.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Classic. It's still it can be done. It can be done. It's a lot of effort actually to manufacture that. You would have
but
think.
see in the UK, but back at that turn of electricity and all that and gas, a lot of the UK. I was watching shows on TV about it. they were trying to produce everything in gas. You had gas-powered fridges and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and before it sort of, when it all started coming out, like they had different power companies, but depending on where you were in the UK as to what voltage it was.
Oh, because if that creates a problem, yeah, depending on where you are.
Yeah, so eventually, you know, they got regulated and said, well, we'll just settle on one voltage. And
I love how this museum has a little bit of everything. It's not like one particular theme. There is no one theme. It's just like an array of like everything, but like
well,
still
I think,
but
from what I understand, that's,
kept together. But
that's Mum's doing.
did you organise everything?
Well, no,
did you?
From what I understand, the old man just was pretty much going to set up as like a boys' toys, these machines and all this sort of stuff.
You said that farming material in the
Mum
beginning.
said, well,
That's
if you
right.
have a museum and the bloody caravan park, you've got to have it for everybody. So
Yeah.
women,
Well done.
men and women and all the rest of it. It was interesting over the years to actually see who got excited about what. Yeah, generally it was boys here and girls there sort of thing, but occasionally, you know, I've had it come through where I've had, like one memorable instance was the mother and the daughter were more interested in the vehicles.
Yeah.
They spied that old Chev truck out the back here and then you know, a lot of this sort of stuff.
Drooling over that.
And like, yeah, it was,
like,
we're more
but
interested in
the
that.
women's stuff, not interested, didn't even look at it. Yeah, that makes sense.
This one here wouldn't last very long today.
Why is that one?
It's a glass
Glass
mailbox.
mailbox.
Holy moly. No, that's dead right. They have that out in the street. Someone's going to chuck a rock at that. Oh, I love that. That's great. And everything.
But again, I've had a couple come in here once and go, oh, look at the collection. So have you got any Wembley wear? And I'm going, I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Wembley wear? I'm
That's
thinking it's the football team or something like that.
No, Wembley as in Wembley in Perth.
Yeah, Wembley Stadium. Okay, yeah.
No.
The suburb?
The suburb of Wembley.
Yeah.
It's this stuff here. And tell me, I said, because I didn't know, and she said, yeah, you have. And it's this stuff here.
Oh, right, yeah.
And apparently, so there's a mob there's Wembley, it's a setup in Perth. And they did all this sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then they used to do figurines and everything. And then at one stage, the government put a tax on figurines. And so luxury type items or non-essential items all had an extra tax.
Oh.
They did magpies and all that
And
sort of
then,
stuff.
so what?
That would just destroy the industry,
So what
wouldn't it?
Wembley did to get around that is they mounted them all on ashtrays.
Okay.
And so then it wasn't a luxury. It was
Yeah, it becomes a
ashtray.
necessity. It becomes a use.
Yeah,
It has a
because
use
this
now.
is-
That
so
makes
that's
sense.
how they
That's
got
your
started.
loophole.
These-
Just get that
these
sticker
were
on
in
that.
cafes and things.
Well, that's
Yeah, for
all-
a bit of extra milk and stuff for your
So
coffee.
when
That's
you went
right.
to, I remember as a kid getting
Or cream.
your breakfast tray at a hotel.
Yes, that's
And
right.
that would come on.
That's
or
it. You have your cream or your
Bones.
milk or your whatever.
Bones, you go up to the cafeteria and Bones and Hearns and stuff.
Yeah, upstairs.
And you would
Those
get-
little things, yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. I said, I've got no idea. And they said, well, you actually have. And they come around here and pointed all that out to me. They were collectors of Wembley wear.
You know what this is?
Dangerous. What's that one, gorgeous?
It's for getting that honey out of hives.
Oh, right. Oh, the fellow John Green that I look after the house at Norseman, he's got that sort of paraphernalia in his shed because he used to do beekeeping and stuff like that. He's a bit past it now, but I'm surprised in amongst his stuff. It's probably a little bit rusty, but I bet you I'll look out for that. I'll know that's probably what he had. He's still got the spinner thing that flicks the honey out and all that stuff. He's still got that in there.
Better not say too much. Vanessa will want it.
Methylated
Got
spirits
that.
fuel for preheating Tilly lamps.
Okay. Is that what that is?
So that you would obviously take that out,
Yep.
And it would have been
put your methylated spirits in there,
Yeah.
and then light it up. And
Right.
it's
Light
obviously
your lamps.
for preheating, according to that.
Okay.
Preheat them.
And these ones were, what are they, Dolly? Something.
Well, like
Betty lamps. And they were on the ships.
Right. You just-
with whale
It's
fat or
quite a
something.
big-
didn't you?
whale oil or something. You just light the tip of it, did you?
dropped
Just
into-
yeah,
yeah.
just and it sipped off the end of it.
There's a big club of them in America. Apparently it was pretty big over there.
Oh, that's a beauty. Look at that. I love that. That's great. Little hand drill. compact. That's a
You
brilliant
ever
one.
seen a pea slicer?
A pea slicer.
You mean a bean?
Beans. That's what it is, yeah.
That one in there. You move it through there. Gotcha.
But you've got these ones here, like
Apple cores.
well, peelers, corers.
I would
Also-
you go around
but
and
also,
peel the whole thing.
And that one
You
does
well, both of them do it.
Julienne carrots in there.
Well, that, yeah.
But
these
carrots on
here-
that one. Yeah.
You, I don't know what the word is, but like concertina, because it turned
Yeah.
as it went past here,
Yeah.
it actually sliced into the carrot, into the
Into the apple. Yeah.
So it's like
Peeled in one piece.
yeah, it all well, it peeled. This one actually peeled the skin off it.
Okay,
But then
gotcha.
this one, like you had the ball, then it cut into it, so you
Oh,
had
so-
a big ribbon, so you could start it as it went through, and you could almost stretch it.
Gotcha.
like
yeah,
a bloody
like an
slinky.
accordion or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that if you're doing apple pie or something like that? You want it in thin slices, just speeds it up like that, to make an apple pie.
No, yeah, because this is on a worm here. As you wound it,
Yeah,
it went through.
Helicals in.
But just yeah,
And these are one of the, this is a cake mixer. 1933.
well, that was painted in the 1880s apparently.
yeah.
But that recipe
This-
then says
oh,
September.
Yeah, it wasn't
33.
this one. This Merv's mum had this. She
But
must
yeah.
have had one, but
But
yeah.
it was painted in the 1880s or something.
I'm sure it worked perfectly today. It does the trick, goes around, beats it up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change the flavour of the cake whatsoever. It's not
No.
that. That's excellent. Looks almost brand new, really, isn't it?
Well, it's been painted. So that was
Well,
It's
that,
been restored.
we
It's
bought
tied up
this
there.
from the museum in Perth. But, you know, people donate stuff to them.
Yeah.
And when they get too many of these things, they store them away and you never see half of them.
Yeah,
But then they have a
the-
sale and sell certain stuff. They don't tell
okay.
people that are donating it that that's what's going to happen.
But see, I mean, so a lot of people say, "Oh, you shouldn't restore items, etc., etc. You want them in their natural."
No, I don't
And-
believe in that. In
I mean,
circumstances.
it was, they're mine. I'll do what I want with them.
That's right. Yeah, fair
But
enough.
like, yeah, he's done like you only got to look at these tools here to a degree. You know, he's cleaned them all up. Some he's left. You know, he's treated them all like and cleaned them all up and then left them back neutral.
Yeah.
Others he's painted up and everything and ginned around a bit. But yeah, it's,
The wood turning tools, look at that. They're classic. That bowl gouge. I've got a friend in Sweden, and one of my subscribers, and I send some old jarrah up to him, and he makes snare drums out of it.
Yeah.
So I ship it from the old growth forest jarrah. It's the only one that's left, big block, and I mailed it to him in Sweden. He makes one of the only solid jarrah snare drums in Sweden. But he would appreciate this because he's learning wood turning as
yeah.
well.
Well, these are all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure of the true age of these because this Gilpin went out of production in the 1800s or something at
Right.
some point. So I had a bloke come through and he said, because these are all drill bits.
Are they? Look, it looks like he's turned that into for lathe work.
No,
he
no,
just happened to
it's
use
a drill bit because it goes on here
okay, I see.
and
what
then like a boring tool.
Yep.
So as opposed to, you know, because
See the tip of it now. I just thought it was dented, but I see that. Yeah, that's got the cutting side of it. Yeah, it's a bit more prominent on that one, isn't it?
Inch and 3/4.
Gotcha. I just assumed it was a lathe tool. You're dead right. No, you can see it at the end there, where that would rotate and then spiral. Then obviously, then
Yeah.
the debris would be loosened off as it goes through, not getting clogged up.
Because I mean, I think these are all for the railways. Well, I suppose any sort of work,
Yeah,
building
it's-
bridges and that sort of stuff.
Exactly where you need that big diameter.
With this tool here,
Oh, and then you put it on your auger bit.
and this, then you're supposed to have a collar.
Gotcha. The collar slips over, then jams that, wedges that in place, keeps it still.
Yeah, but then there was a brace like a
Yep. The railway would be correct, isn't it? Or fence, doing fence poles.
fence
You do it,
posts,
but you're-
railways,
yeah,
or even
fe-
any woodwork, like all your bridges and all your bloody, you know, all your big jetties and stuff.
Marsman, what's the story with this one here?
They
What are they?
They are spears for grain sampling. So in your bag, when wheat was delivered in bags.
Yes?
So what you do when you still do it today, they have a big spear that they force into the grain, suck out a sample,
Yep.
When they test it.
Yeah, so just get whatever's on top, try to find out what's down there.
Well,
I
yeah,
suppose.
it goes, you know,
So it's
the
a fist-
spear
it's a-
goes all the way to the bottom of the truck.
Yep.
Whereas what they did with these is they just shoved that into the jute bag
Yep.
and took a sample out.
Pour it out and sort
And
of.
then did that in a couple of different bags to get a sample.
Yep.
And down the bottom, in the middle, at the top or something, because they didn't. The farmer put sand in the bottom to give it a bit more weight, sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Scenario.
Yep. That's what I mean to check.
So yeah, they were for sampling grain. But this here, where is it? Is one interesting piece. I call it the Russian dial of screwdrivers. But I don't know if it was a genuine made thing or it's someone made as a TAFE, when they're at tech.
Here's a project.
It's a project as a, if you're a fitter and turner,
Yep.
you had to make one of these.
Make something, yeah.
Because it involves internal drillings and threadings and tappings and
To use every technique in the book to achieve it. So if you can
In a
build
sense.
that, you can do other things.
yeah. As one of your final,
It's like a babushka doll for their home handyman. Look at that.
all little screwed.
Got 4 of them all in the one.
Yeah.
And they all fit nicely in there. That's fantastic.
Ever seen $100,000?
Oh, I have now. I noticed you haven't got that locked away.
But see, some of this stuff was donated, like this one here. This here was donated. Razor sharpener.
So obviously they just knew about the same with what I did. They just knew about the museum before and thought, hang on, this could
Yeah. It was like, this is my grandfather's and
That open
Yeah,
opens,
open
it
blade.
kind of looks like a harmonica for a minute. So
Yeah, you put your blade on it and you close it and then you pull your strings and it sharpens these sort of blades.
it sharpens it. Right?
This one here, this little baby brooch was mine.
Which one?
Little gold one in there.
acro bolts. Dynabolts for bloody putting into concrete.
Holy smokes! Look at them.
And so, but the
That's some good quality flipping
yeah,
dynamo.
and that all goes in the concrete.
Yeah, that'll hold anything.
You never see anything. But the point is the effort of
The
putting all
effort.
that
I
on
know
as
you can't
opposed
buy that in the shops these days.
No.
What you get is plastic crap.
Yeah, well, you buy steel
You
ones.
do. The things are made of plastic
You
now.
buy steel ones, and Dynabolts.
Yeah, you
for
get metal
concrete.
ones and that, but even still,
I mean-
they're as weak as. I've got boxes of them that
But I
jump.
mean, to actually,
They're not like that.
They've
That-
gone and branded and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff on it. It's like just
That's amazing. That's the best Dynabolt I've ever seen. I'm serious, it is. It's like,
it's just
you can't get a Dynabolt better than that. How do you top that?
Barbecue thing.
this is in your old fireplaces in your houses.
Yes.
Your wood fireplaces. We used to have it out there on the farm. You used to sometimes you'd see a metal rod going through it,
Yep.
and what it was is that hung on the metal rod.
Yeah.
Then you put your kettle or your pot or whatever on that,
Yep.
and then your fire was underneath. And you wanted more heat to get the water to boil.
Just lower it down.
You lower it down,
Yep.
and then once you just
back
you
it
finish
off.
cooking or whatever, you could just slide it all up
And put it on simmer.
and simmer. Like that was your temperature control.
There's the temperature control just by up and
Just
down.
by purely,
Yeah. Having it just
that
up
just
and
hung,
down.
hung above the fireplace.
Yeah, and the more weight would grip it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some of the things aren't.
Can I just-
Us kids had that in Perth in the 90s when we lived in Perth. When I was doing my apprenticeship in the late 80s.
Wasn't it?
Eh?
That looks familiar. That bottom,
No,
is
that's-
that Pioneer.
that
I've
was
seen
Byron
that before.
Donaldson.
Oh, okay.
We had that. This was Anthony and David's.
Yeah.
Does this all still work?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the turntable and everything? Yes.
And you get this one here that still works.
We've got several thousand 78 records too.
Several thousand.
This.
What's this one? What is that?
That's a record part.
It's a record player as well. Can you open it?
Yeah. You have to take
I'll take that. No, leave it. What if we just open the front? What's behind there?
That's your speaker.
Oh, okay. It's your speaker. Yeah. Okay. It's obviously mono.
This is where
speaker
all these
control.
records are.
That was your volume control with the opening and closing of the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where all the records are. They're all numbered, and we've got a catalogue. So you look at the catalogue and pick which one you want, and then we can find them.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
And you got 1,000 of them in there.
We've got several thousand.
Several thousand. Pardon me. I stand corrected. Several thousand.
Well, here's 5,317.
Oh, that's gets you on the physical number. You've just counted them through, and you know each one with numbered when you've written it down what it is.
Yep.
And someone's had the cup of Jim Beam in there while they've been archived.
Yeah.
If I just open up any one of these, full of records on it.
You see, they've all got. You just pull them out and.
Are they singles or just albums or just?
They're singles.
Single, they're a single, they're at 78.
78.
70, okay.
So basically 2 songs to a record, basically like a 7-inch single in a sense.
Yep. That's amazing. And you took the. How long did it take you to archive that?
A long time, and then he'd go to Perth and he'd buy a couple more and expect me to put it into the catalogue and then reprint the whole lot. It got to something like 100 pages, and I said, I'm not doing that.
It's costing you a fortune in paper.
Paper. He'd only buy 2 or 3, but then he wanted it updated.
Trying to get his windows updated.
You sort of know patterns, in a sense.
In time, am I?
Well,
I've got,
yeah,
so I'm going backwards. That's all right. We're going that way. That's
Well,
fine.
if you start over here, we can.
I can always reverse the footage.
Okay. No,
I know what you mean. I can edit this into any order we
this
want.
is from the 1880s.
Wow.
So it's basically a music box. Plays 8 tunes, and all the tunes are on that brass. Do you want some better light?
There you go. Even better.
Doesn't reflect. But yeah.
I wonder if I get done for copyright. Like if you broadcast that publicly and someone says, "Oh, no, copyright claim on that."
But yeah, the tunes are on that barrel, and that barrel moves along.
So because the one barrel, but has many tunes on it, depending on we're all in the right spot. Yep.
Yeah. And so it moves along, and it's all lined up to play the tune.
Yep.
Once it's moved to 8 stages, it then slots back.
Oh, so it just plays in order. So it plays all
Yeah,
and then goes round again.
You can't pick and choose. It just
You can't press shuffle like on a CD
no,
player.
you take the next one.
You just take it as it is. That's fantastic.
It's basically a simple jewellery box.
It's not simple. That's quite elaborate, really. Isn't it? So little compartments to put jewellery and stuff like that in as well, is it? Like little drawers and that. Fantastic. Look at that. Little tassel on there to pull it. Excellent.
But yeah.
It's a big hand in there.
Get swords.
Yeah, this one.
Then you get to this one. This dates 1905. These are cylinder players.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
So this is your cylinder here. They're called a wax cylinder, although they weren't actually wax. Some were shallowite and some were other materials and stuff.
So resin.
But basically, the groove is cut in here just like a normal record.
Record, exactly. It goes around the cylinder rather than on the horizontal surface. Yeah. Makes sense. Holy moly.
We'll see. And to get well,
The difference is huge, isn't it?
you get that. I don't know. You notice if you stand back a little bit sound-wise. Step. And then the larger the diameter of the speaker, the greater the bass. And also the larger the speaker, the larger the volume.
Yeah, of course. The amplification of it. It's like you recorded it just yesterday.
I've
That is
never heard
fantastic.
the top one played, and I always reckon I want to hear that before I die.
Well, this one up here. Yeah, so you haven't played that one yet, but
I
just,
don't know actually.
you need a needle for it.
But it's-
Oh, okay. So
yeah. I never heard Merv play it at all. So.
These are these are gramophones up top here.
gotcha.
These are what they commonly call a suitcase gramophone.
Right. Well, it looks like it. There's a fitting name.
In a sense, yeah.
See, they're all different.
It's a bit like buying any musical instrument, like a trumpet or a cornet or something. It's supposed to be a little bit different. How the
But then you get, so in a sense, you can say, like the old storage to change volume on these, because this is your speaker in the back here.
gotcha.
So put a sock in it, would come from the same, whether you shove it down here to quieten it up, or you put a sock in.
So that's probably where the old saying comes from. To put a sock in it.
Yeah.
It's probably it could have done actually. 'Cause that's with the how do you quieten? Because it's someone to tell them to turn the music down. So don't stick it. Put a sock in it. That makes sense.
So they're a 78, and they play at 78 revs per minute. And with the needles on them, you're supposed to change them every record.
Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to only have one play out per needle.
How expensive were the needles?
I don't know, but you buy them.
Buy a whole box of them. Right.
Thicknesses for soft, medium, and loud.
Really?
Can't
So
get
that's-
that open. But yes. See, this one's a soft one.
In a sense, that it would play the music literally softer in its volume, and
That's right.
I can't get it
Oh,
open.
don't stress. We get the idea.
See, they were your 78s.
Yep, that's a loud one. See that?
Yeah.
It's differences in
They
the
look like
thickness
sewing
of the
equipment,
needle.
don't they? I get it makes sense. The width of it, whether it goes how deep in the groove, I suppose.
And on all the things you had to have, this would wipe the dust off it and
Yep.
everything else.
I see what you're saying here.
Same thing.
So, what is that? Always, the latest records always in stock at 12 Rundle Street. Oh, we better go look them up.
But see, that's
Rundle Street's
Adiola.
out South Australia, isn't it? Rundle Street,
Rundle Street.
It doesn't
Mall.
ring the bell for Perth, so
Rundle Street Mall.
which is at South Adelaide.
Yeah. See, that's an Adiola, which so Edison. So these are all Edison players.
Yep.
So they're an Edison cylinder players. So that's 1905, and they come along 1909 sort of thing. Then you get to this one here. It's around 1915. So these are what they called an Edison.
this is a World War II,
Edison
World
disc.
War One sort of era. Yeah.
Well, Edison discs.
Yep.
The
The thickness of it.
The thickness of an Edison's disc, is
wow.
near twice as thick. And I think these played at about 80 RPM. They also had a different, whereas these, I think a 78, one way or the other, the needle played on the side of the groove
Yep.
with one of them, and the needle played in the bottom of the groove with the other one.
With the other one, yeah.
Yep.
So you
And
couldn't
some of them,
throw a
this
78 on this and just go.
Yeah.
You had to take that out and interchange them.
Yep. But sit on it.
But this one was a bit of high tech for the fact that.
And
The fact is, you could change it so that.
Well, in that, but also, as you remember with the 78 scene in the movies, it plays to the centre and just keeps going round and round.
yeah. Right, this
Whereas
this one would actually return, would it? Wow.
No, this, as it played to the centre,
Yep.
came around and had a trip mechanism automatically shut off.
Oh, so it didn't move back; it just shut itself down
Yeah,
once
just
it
shut
once it
itself
got.
down.
Yeah. Yep.
but
And then the other one is.
some of the records for this played from the centre out as well.
Hang on, I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But
CDs
yeah,
do that.
Eh?
CDs do that. CD Combat Disc goes from the centre outwards.
Then, so also a little mechanism on here was
So you didn't have to wreck it with your hand.
you
Yeah.
had the DTs after a model and the pistol.
Yeah, exactly. You can put the music on without wrecking your record.
Yeah,
Love the choice of music. That's just grand.
I think this is a Hawaiian waltz or a Hawaiian wedding
This
dance
is
or
so
something.
fitting, isn't it? I love it.
Then you get Pathé discs up here. They play from the centre out. Apparently, I don't know nothing about them, but one person rocked up here one day and said, "Do you know what they are?" I went, "No, got no idea." So
Well, this was the bloke with the what's his name from the.
no, it's just some random
Oh,
person
okay.
that told me about them
Yeah.
once.
They are old, aren't they? Still flat, though. Like. And I thought my Madonna albums were old.
But the interest, I mean, like I said, we had customers, clients come through from all over the place, but we're in here one day and there the record cover up there says Smithdown Road, Liverpool. And she goes, oh, I was born in the bloody Smithdown Hospital at the other end of the street.
One of them was a police officer at the Smithdown police station.
Right.
Came in here one day.
Smithdown.
Now this one's a bit different. It looks like a camera, doesn't it?
Oh, well,
I must admit, yeah, like it does.
so these again, like, these were, again, to open the doors up.
Yes, that's your speaker. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it looks like it too. Fantastic.
That was loud when you closed it.
I imagine
That was soft.
with the timber as well would really resonate well. It would.
Like that had doors. This one's, you know, just same tape, different styling.
Gotcha for the volume.
Oh,
Yep.
Say again?
And then they were horizontal as well.
It's the same principle, yeah, just horizontal, just to be different, I suppose. There's different branded, you've got to have a different paper, so you can't make it like the other guys.
No.
That's the trick.
Yeah. He'll play this one for you in a minute, but this looks like a phone, you know, the old, but it's actually a record player. It's that long since I've played these things, I'm not going to touch it. But yeah, it plays
And it hangs, the records hangs off the side.
Yeah, put it here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, takes a full size 78.
And just still wind up, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here. There's a little handle here, and you wind it up, and yeah.
That is fantastic.
But he can.
That's incredible.
It used to take us about an hour to do a tour, and then if people wanted to stop and talk, and
Yeah, it's all on the way. It'll happen.
yeah, we always, especially used to do tours for those that came in off the road, but those in the park, we said it's either a 4 o'clock tour in the afternoon or an 8:30 tour in the morning.
Do it all at once. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to see it. We're not just doing one all the time.
You're repeating yourself a bit needlessly, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when you
really,
could
you know.
just rather just say it once to a group. And, yeah.
Do you know what the what's the name dog is called?
It's not his name? I must admit, I don't know what it is. Sam?
No, it's Nipper.
What? How do you know it's Nipper?
Well, I didn't know that either, but we went to the wool stores in Geelong one trip. We were over east,
Yes.
and you know, had all this stuff there. And he bought a little dog like that, and he called it Nipper. And it took me 6 months, and I said, "Why do you call that thing Nipper? Why didn't you call it Raja or whatever, like all our farm dogs?" He said, "That's the HMV dog's name, is Nipper."
How did he know that? It's just one of those facts of the past.
Yeah, I suppose he's been interested in that sort of thing for years. So, yeah.
So how old is he now?
He would have been 89 this year.
He'd be 89 this year. So he would know. Given his age and his years on the planet,
He's been gone.
he would know.
It'll be 4 years that he's been gone.
Of all the records.
Yeah, and they're all done sorted in title order and artist order.
Can you print me out a copy? I'm just joking. Sorry.
I don't know whether they're still on.
I said Thursday's not my comedy day. I'm better on a Saturday.
My computer shut itself here 6 months ago, and I've had to buy a new one, and a lot of stuff I haven't put back onto this one.
But you've got it backed up, thank goodness.
Yeah, I've got several of these, copies of these, but yeah, see, these are the sorted by the artists, so you're looking for all of Perry Como or Peter Dawson or, Richard Torber. They're all there.
Yeah, no, that's fascinating. Yes, an actual put it together player.
You did put it together? Or?
No, we didn't do it.
See, these are the big ones.
They also are 78s as well, but they're a 15-inch 78 record.
So with special player, obviously, to be able to play it.
Well, no, it just needs to have a larger
Over there we
a larger
go.
clearance.
Just more clear. Yes, I mean,
As
between
opposed, you could probably-
between your armature. Yep. Because
This
obviously,
other one where you don't have
because obviously that governs. That's your maximum.
Yeah.
Obviously, that
That
governs
won't
it.
fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only play it on one of those.
But,
One that overhangs.
yeah, there are a lot of radio stations had them for the fact that you can actually get the extra 3 inches.
Yeah.
Basically doubles your recording area.
Oh, because it's like the outer edge is a lot longer in terms of the length. Yeah, that's
So
right.
you actually, instead of having 10 feet of bloody shelving to hold all your records, you only got to go 3 inches deep in depth and height,
Yeah, and then you suddenly
and then you go down to 5 feet.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this was basically just a simple setup. These were made between 1934 and 1948, and the earlier ones had the wooden soundbox, which this has.
Yep.
So basically, yeah, you just put your record on here, and the nut was set up, screwed down on the record.
To keep that flat.
Yeah, because it's such a small plate. You wound it up, which is all in here. The little arm goes in the side here, winds up. The spring's damaged on this one, so that's why we don't play it.
No, don't try it. So we get the idea.
But yeah, it's basically...
That's brilliant. Like the portable, something you could take on a picnic. So I suppose if people went on a picnic, that's
Yeah, well, there's that. Then you've got this here. Put your 78s in there.
gotcha.
Tried it.
Yeah.
But yeah, where are we here? The Edisons are in here. So what you have, they're a 78 as opposed to the Edison.
A huge difference. Yeah, it's all right. Less likely to warp though when the temperature change and that sort of thing. So it'll stay rigid. I remember with all the thin ones you had to watch. Don't let them in the sun.
Yeah, but these
Warp it.
these were the metal.
No, here, I'll get them. So basically these ones here, 6IX, 1963, what is it? 63. Sam Raffici hair salon. So they're an advert
Right.
for Sam Raffici.
Yeah.
What you did as a, well, so it's got a metal backing.
Yeah.
You could obviously buy them, whether you did it in-house or send them away, but they'd come back as a blank. You'd buy them like that, and then you'd cut your adverts or whatever onto
So
it.
you use a machine to cut it.
Yeah, then
record it.
So once you're done with it, you send them back. They'd probably melt it all off or whatever, and re-coat them.
Yeah. To make it then playable. And
Yeah. And it's the property of the War Department of the United States government. Use for commercial purposes is prohibited.
Bob Crosby.
So that's Bob Crosby, and then like there's some what's your name, cereals, like
Breakfast
Blue
cereal.
Hill. It's like a
Your television series. Yeah.
well, yeah, radio cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The programs and the editors to listen to.
These are engineer's chain and the surveyor's chain. This is what every state boundary and everything was walked with to lay them all out in Australia.
To measure them up.
So your
66
surveying
feet.
chains or Gunter's chain
Yeah.
is the length of the cricket pitch. So it's 66 feet. That's no, I lie. What is it?
I've forgotten.
66 yards.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the number
It's
now.
written down there.
Comment below.
But yeah, it's 66 feet. What
And
is
the
it,
length of
like
these is about
66 feet, or 22 yards.
Yep.
I'll get it right now. 22 yards or 66 feet
Excellent.
is one chain, and the length of a cricket pitch is a chain. And they all have 100 links in them.
Yep.
So with these, so that's 100 links. It's 22 yards
So that's
long.
all joined up. Actually, the end to end, up, backwards and forwards, Yeah, hold at one end, hold at the other, and that would get you a precise measurement, obviously consistent because
Well,
it's always the same
and
thing.
they
Well, it isn't, it isn't. You then had to take measurements of temperature and all the rest of it,
Oh, of course.
because in temperature it's fan. And then you had these brass tellers underneath, so they were 11, 22.
Different increments, gotcha
So
along the
as
way.
you laid it out, because
You
the other
see
thing
it
too,
better on
you
that
took
one, they're
temperature and
all-
everything,
Yeah.
but then you also took elevation into the account.
Ah, okay,
Because
yes.
if you were
Yeah.
going up a steep rise,
Yep.
it was the actual distance. And these are an engineer's chain, so in a lot of your industrial buildings,
Yep.
because I had an architect come through here one day, and he had to draw up 3 sets of plans. One was metric, one was imperial, and one was with an engineer's chain. So these are 100 links, and each of the links it's 100 feet with 100 links, and each of the links is 12 inches.
Gotcha.
So it's ridiculous in the sense you use the larger chain
Yeah.
on a building, and when you're heading off down the road, and
The longer
surveying,
distance, it's shorter.
you used a smaller chain.
Only a few years back, some of them, when they were doing road works, were using some of these forming roads.
Well, these what the engineer's chain. This surveyor's chain was one of them.
Well, you don't have to wait for the satellites to link up to your equipment with this. They're ready to go.
Yeah, because the other. See, most of the guys we had through here as retirees that were surveyors and stuff.
Yeah.
They said like that. We came in, we would get these out and play with them at uni or whatever where we're doing it, but we were all at that stage they had the surveyor's tape, which is a thin metal strip,
Right.
and you used to have a spring weight scales, because when you laid it out you had to apply X number
Of newtons of tensions. Yeah.
tension every time you did it,
To make sure it was consistent. Yeah, it makes sense.
You took in temperature control and everything, because again that thin metal strip.
It could expand and
With a
contract on a
heavy
hot
day,
day
yeah.
or a freezing cold day. Yeah, it would
And
make
so
a
you'll
little
go
difference.
to one of the corners, whether it's Cameron's corner
Yeah.
or one of the corners over there on that Queensland, New South Wales, Northern Territory points over there.
Yeah.
They've got a survey point,
Yeah.
like here.
Yep.
Then they've gone and got the GPS, satellite, modern technology, and it's within 30 odd feet or something.
I thought it's accurate today. It's so accurate, but back then they did it.
They did it by
That's
dragging
how.
it
Yeah.
from the coast, dragging it from here,
And walking it.
Walking
walking
it
it
and then measuring the whole
weeks
way
and months on end.
to get the exact distance. These pictures up here, is this our family or something?
They all represent most of the original early farmers that came into the district in that first 10 years of settlement.
Right.
From 1920 to...
Basically from the 20s through to the early 30s. Because Calgary was settled or gazetted in 1921. 1920 or 21? 21 was when they first came out.
21 was when Pop was allocated the farm out there, but he worked on other farms before he built a camp in 22.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the grandfather, my grandfather.
That's your grandfather there.
He came in, he started the farm here in 22.
It was
May I? What's in those drawers, may I?
Just books and stuff.
Just more books, is it?
Yeah, all just...
A whole library of really old books. Who's this young lad here? Was that a girl?
I don't think that's any, I just think it's a picture.
No particular reference to family.
Not that I've been told. If I have, I can't remember.
Oh, look, that's the latest modern knitting book.
Here we go.
Important advice.
Tourists holidaying on the Barrier Reef derive great enjoyment riding the larger turtles into the sea.
You'd probably get fined today if
Yeah,
you were
that's
caught
what
doing
I
that.
mean.
You'd be charged for.
In the deep, however, the turtle should be kept at the surface by sitting well aft, otherwise it'll probably throw the rider by diving suddenly.